Good afternoon. I'm Brent Wilsey, and today we're talking about are pot stocks set to ride high? Well, what we're talking about is craziness in the stock prices with these cannabis stocks and so forth. A company called Tilray over the last 3 days has gone up and down. I mean, one day the gain was 90% in one day. Today it was down 30%. All over the board, people kind of like making money, losing money. Crazy time for pot stocks.
Oh, absolutely. And that day you talk about it was up 90, then it went up as much as 9. Then it finished the day up there. I mean, it's just absolutely absurd right now what's going on with this. And we kind of talk about, is this where the old people from cryptocurrencies, are they now coming into the cannabis area to try and get rich quick?
Yeah, the speculators, we'll call them.
Yeah.
So always trying to get rich quick, speculating. So,
exactly.
What has actually happened, the SEC has issued a warning about marijuana companies.
Yeah, I got to watch out for this. And the SEC warning wasn't necessarily about companies like Tilray.
Mm-hmm.
There's actually, Canopy Growth, I believe, is another one. They got an investment from Constellation Brands. So there are some, I don't want to say formidable, but the safer companies. The SEC warning was more about private investment. Because you look at some people out there, they're saying, I'm a marijuana or cannabis expert. Come invest with me. It's really a ploy to actually kind of steal your money. There's no actual investment. There's actually a case in Texas where a gentleman was guaranteeing 24% because he knew how to invest in cannabis stocks. Long story short, it wasn't real. So you got to be very, very cautious with guaranteed results, and also be very cautious with private placements surrounding this hype of the cannabis and marijuana industry.
And one thing we have to remember too is that still illegal for recreational use in the federal government. So you got to be careful if it's illegal in California, take it across the border to Arizona and Nevada, you could be in trouble because it's illegal for federal use.
And the SEC kind of warned about that as well, as even though you have these Canadian companies, again, Tilray and Canopy Growth, and a couple others are there as well, there are some issues with if they kind of overstep their bounds and come down here in the United States, well, it's still illegal. So there could be some criminal issues that could have a material impact on the stock. And the SEC, again, warned about that. SEC's job is to educate and protect investors. Sometimes I think investors just don't care and they want to turn to blame someone, even though the SEC gave them warnings.
Right. And the big thing that we talk about is that we worry about the oversupply of cannabis. One thing Warren Buffett we like is some barrier to entry. There's no barrier that prevents anyone from growing pot anywhere.
And what I think is going to happen is there's going to be, kind of equated to the tech boom bust. I don't think it's going to be the same, but there's going to be, I think, a couple companies that do make it out on the other side of this cannabis growth, but it's very hard, I think, at this stage to find those because, again, there is so much ease to get into the industry.
Yeah, and again, when it comes to investing, oversupply creates lower prices, and the demand may be there, but too much supply is not good for the business, and it comes back to earnings. So you're right. Similar to on some companies, tech boom and bust, but it's not going to last because of the fact that it's going to come down to earnings, and if too much supply, driving down prices, not a good investment.
I got a crazy fact I wanted to share before we end it.
Yes,
Tilray, during that craziness, when it hit its peak, was trading at 500 times next year's sales.
Sales, not earnings.
Right. Sales. So average for the S&P about 2. Yeah. So that is just ludicrous. Be very cautious with this industry.
Yeah. So that's why pot stocks are set to ride high. Don't you be high. Tune in to the Smart Investing Show tomorrow at 8 o'clock on AM 760 KFB. Have a great afternoon.